everyone. Welcome back to the Beach Court Podcast. Happy New Year to all of our listeners and followers. We really missed you guys a lot. We're going to start to bring you the biggest and best news this year and predictions of the Pokemon trading card game every week. We're happy to have you along. If you haven't already, make sure you smash that like and subscribe button. So today we're going to discuss how our holiday break was. We were gone for a while, but that wasn't supposed to happen. So we'll talk about the snafu that happened while we were taking a break. The rules that recently were announced by Pokemon. We'll talk about the changes and what that means to you, and even down to your local tournament level. There may be some, changes that you might want to implement or be careful about. We'll discuss how the meta has changed and evolved over the last time we spoke. It's been about over a month now, I think. It's been a while. It feels like way too long. I'll have a fun trivia question for the guys. And then lastly, we'll talk about what our favorite plays and deck choices and moments of 2025 were. So stick around to the end to talk about our favorite decks and stuff of 2025. But yeah, I'm Eric Ridgway. Happy New Year, everyone. We have Maddox Corcoran and Parker Greenwald here. How you guys doing? How was your New Year and your holiday break? Parker, you've been gone for like even longer than we have.
Everyone on the pod has missed you. We could not go on without Parker.
I went to Hogwarts or something. I don't know. But I was hospitalized again at the very last day of November, I think, and all the way up until December 10th or 9th or something like that, with pancreatitis. Obviously not fun. It was not to rate it, but my pain level was a lot more tame than the past times.
But you were there a lot longer.
I've been there longer,
okay.
But yeah, I've been there longer, unfortunately. But it wasn't. I mean, this sounds horrible, but my hospital stay wasn't that bad. I mostly just watched SpongeBob 24/7.
Well, Max came up and played Pokemon with you.
I did. I went to go see Parker, and also again, there's the new brain rot of today of TikTok, and there's the brain rot for us millennial folks of just a channel at the hospital that just plays SpongeBob 24/7. Yeah. So a quick SpongeBob break for Parker for just enough time for him to demolish me with not Cornerstone Ogre Pond, but with Cynthia's Garchomp. Played some games of that, and it was good to see Parker. Honestly, he was cruising. He was it was Parker, you're still playing at a pretty high level, and it was just you were just tired. We played 2 games. We're let's chill a little bit, and we played 2 games.
Yeah, I got a little nauseous sitting up for too long, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah. But you're resting. Yeah. Thanks for taking some time to play.
I definitely missed the time of when we lived together, Max, because last time this happened, you were like, "Hey, I'm going to visit Parker. You want to go?" And then this time,
yeah.
Oh, by the way, I went and saw Parker tonight, and I'm like, "Dude, you could have told me. I would have gone."
Well, actually, I would have had to pass you because, also, I went to try to visit Parker one time. It was a different hospital, so I went to the wrong hospital. I'm like, "Where's Parker?" And they're like, "What do you mean he's not here?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm an idiot. It's the other Baptist hospital." So, anyways, second try, successfully made it. Successfully got Parker's girlfriend the cookie from Panera that I brought.
Oh, nice.
And it all worked out. But Parker, glad you're happy and healthy. And let's keep that going into 2026.
So after being back to work, I mean, obviously you caught up on some work. What'd you do after that? You get any locals in? Any fun decks? Any fun things for Christmas?
Yeah, so I went to I played in one local, and then there was a situation that happened to where I had to miss next Thursday. But I like sharks, and Mega Sharpedo is a shark.
We like Sharpedo on this podcast.
Yeah,
well, at least 2 of us do.
Yeah, 2 of us do. And
I mean, listen, it's just not good. I mean, I'm just saying. Anyways, continue.
Dang. I mean, what happened? It was interesting. I had a round 1 where we basically drew and passed for 4 turns, both of us.
Where's your Tatsugiri, bro? Come on.
I had Tatsugiri, but he was prized. I actually opened Buddy Puff, and he was prized. But
you gotta play 2.
Not gonna go through the whole tournament run, but basically on my winning end. So I think I don't remember. Basically, if I won the last round, I could have ID'd.
Okay.
Or the second to last round. Sorry, I was
sure.
And I played against Dango Cerulege, and
I'm horrible.
I won the coin flip. I go second, and he goes double poppin', Genesect 2 guys. I was like, okay, yeah, okay. And the craziest part is I was actually like supposed to win that game but the last 2 prizes were the Turo to like put a fresh guy up, or my other Mega Sharpedo because I only played 2. So the whole game I only played 1.
That's
And
tough. Yeah.
yeah, but no, I drew God. He actually drew God.
That's
I
Pokemon
would like,
sometimes. Yeah.
yeah, but
The deck that draws a bunch of cards drew a bunch of cards.
it
Oh
did.
God,
But
no.
it drew the cards.
But it has to draw the cards in the beginning to draw all the cards. That's the piece, right? You go
Yeah.
first, you're like, all right, you don't have an Arvin, you ain't got it. And then when they open it, you're like, okay, they got it.
That's the best of one life,
Yes,
if they just got it all when they got it, then it'd be like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I played last Thursday. I played Poltnor and
Moving on.
yeah, basically.
Dang.
This
No respect for Poltnor.
I wanted to play Sharpedo, but I was like messing with it and I forgot to put it back in my backpack. So
Bro.
I guess I'll play Poltnor because like there's a
Dude,
couple.
you went from playing a really fun deck to playing a really terrible deck.
Yo,
It is
Polt's
terrible.
fun.
It is
Not gonna
terrible.
lie.
I played one buddy Poffin in 4 rounds and it was like turn 3 against Anthony.
Bro, I played against a Polt with freaking Hops Zacian today on live. And I'm like, bro, what? Like, bro, what? Turn 1, like, or turn 2 of all the 2 cloaks, retreat into a guy, hit me for 130. And I'm like, bro, what the heck just happened, bro? I was not ready for this.
Fire.
Anyways, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, just didn't literally just didn't play
Yeah, that's
for 2
Pokemon.
rounds. And then
Sometimes you got it.
Yeah.
I think you won a casino boat for Christmas and won a
did.
bunch of money. You're now rich and considering leaving the
Yeah,
podcast.
I can
lovely how rich
retire
you
now.
are.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. No, I like low stakes. I'm too poor to be
Yeah.
high
Yeah, me
roller,
too.
But yeah, no, it was fun. We went with my girlfriend and her dad, and it was
Casino boat's a good time. Did you go to Jacksonville? Yeah.
fun. No, it's out of Cape Canaveral.
Oh, you drove that far. Jeez.
Yeah, it just goes out and back in like 5 hours.
The one here is no
6
more.
hours.
The one in Jacksonville is like no more.
I don't think there's one.
They used to have it. I think it stopped.
Yeah, but yeah, it just goes out for 5-6 hours.
Well, it sounds like you had a fun holiday break after the
Parker. You got to like 5-6 isn't enough. You got to get that like up to like a 6-7 hours on.
A 6-7.
That would have helped you win more, surely.
Anyways,
yeah. That was for all you.
I mean, I was on a hot streak.
Can we not
for all the Gen Alpha? We'll be mentioning 6-7 at least once in every single episode of the podcast. For the no,
bro. I saw like a short where it was like a bunch of the guys came over to like their house, looked vigilantly against Parker. Like Parker's like super addicted to 6-7, and then like he was going through rehab. He didn't know what to not say it. And the guy was like, "How long did it take you to get here?" And one of the guys in the back, like, "I know 6-7 hours." The guy's 6-7, 6 hours. Don't get caught up in it. Anyways, Max,
I think I saw that video a month ago, so I'm not sure where you are in the algorithm, but
I don't like 6-7 stuff.
He's an old man.
Anyways, Max, how was your holiday break? What did you do?
Had a great holiday break. I went to kind of low key Christmas and New Year's. Went to Orlando, spent some time with family for Christmas. Great to have all 4 of us back together in Orlando. New Year's was back up in Jack's, pretty low key, but we did go to it's tricky to go out on New Year's Eve like at midnight, and I'm sure people know that. Just like if you're not in the right spot, then it's like you got traffic, you got danger. So something we like to do if we can is there's a New English pub nearby where I live. So basically went to that. They had a 7 p.m. New Year celebration champagne toast where they celebrate at the same time as London. So it's an English pub.
I like that. That's cool.
So that's my little EUIC experience.
Is there like a ball that drops in London or anything? Or
they had like some fireworks or something going on. It's funny because we're in the world of live streaming. Like whoever was on it was like behind with it, so it was like, "Hey, it's 7, Happy New Year," and then a minute later, it's like, "Hey, look, there's the thing." I'm like, "Hey, we're delayed, but okay." So, but
that's kind of good. Where's this?
No, it was a fun. I'll tell you afterwards to not dox my location. But anyway, it is in the Jacksonville area.
Okay.
So, but basically, Yeah, so had that, and then also I turned 30 back in December. You know, we did have an episode since then. But basically wanted to do like a little something to like make the occasion. I mean, like literally on my previous birthdays, I've like gone to work and then gone grocery shopping. So like wanted to do a little something. So I threw a late birthday party. Parker and Eric were able to make it, a bunch of, as well as a bunch of other local folks in the area. So great to have everyone out. Have some chances to play some Pokemon, play some games, have some fun, have a drink, and I appreciate you guys
It was
coming
a
out.
lot
It
of
was a
fun.
good time.
It was a lot of fun. I'm
Yeah.
glad you did that.
Liquid dust.
Yeah, liquid. Parker doesn't drink, and I was like, "Hey, we got a bar tab. We'll hook you up with the premium, the premium mineral water."
Parker, have you ever had one before then?
No, I haven't.
What did you think?
I mean, it was good.
It was good water, right? It's good water.
That was
yeah.
good water.
I still haven't even had it. I'll need to go back and get.
Oh,
some
you
liquid
haven't?
death sometime. I have not. No,
No, it's good.
I'm a big Zephyr Hills guy. So,
No,
but
we had
other
some
than
fun.
that,
Played some Pokemon, and
yeah, it was a good time.
we got to tell the story real quick about the Uno teams.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we played a very so at Atlanta regionals, we had a nice big Airbnb. We had about 10 of us that played an Uno game of Uno teams. So we had a game like one of the nights, and it went like relatively normally. But I think like the Saturday night, after most of us had already lost and wasn't going to day 2, where it was like we ended up in this 2-hour game of Uno teams. It was like back and forth, like people were almost out, then they got like +5 car, like it was mayhem, full like 2 hours of this like 10-person game. So shout out to our buddy Nick, who brought me Uno teams for my birthday. So looking forward to playing that at probably Orlando regionals later this season.
I walked in, I was like, I brought the chaos again. I gave it to you, and then 2 moments later, he gave you the present. I was like, that's
exactly.
Funny.
Last thing for me for locals, been just on that Dango train. Staying locked in for Toronto and Merida after that. So just want to play what I know. I one of the locals with Goldango, Soul Rock, and then the challenge the week after. Unfortunately hit the Alakazam round 3 or 4 to get the loss there. So it was 2-1. Managed to claw my way back to 4-1. But another Andres, shout out to him. He had a nice run with a brand new deck, went 5-0 with the Clefairy box pile. So I was hoping to hit him in the last round to try to have a chance to knock him down, but I think due to some ties, he hit. I think he hit like a 3-0-1, like a 3-0-1 versus a 4-0 type of thing. So I didn't have the chance for that game, but ended up with second, getting some more reps, and just been playing a lot of Pokemon. Been like feeling good playing Pokemon, grinding some live. Worked my way to Arceus for the first time in several months. So back on the grind, and just feeling good, trying to get a lot of reps for Toronto, and
next week.
And Toronto will give me a lot of reps for Merida, so it's gonna be
literally next week, bro.
Yeah, I'll get at least 8 rounds of Pokemon in Toronto, but many more than that, and then to all prep me for Merida as well. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, so
it'll be busy but fun.
I'll run through my holiday break quickly before we jump into the meat of our discussion today. So most of you know, because we made a post about it, I went to New York for Christmas and the holidays. So we took the auto train from Orlando up to DC, stayed in DC for our weekend, got snowed. It was terrible. Drove. It was cold and terrible and wet, and got to New York. Had a great time in New York. Weather was perfect. We were in the city. Got to hang out with my friend Bruno. And you guys know, a friend of the pod, Anthony Bruno. And like the whole day, like he had this like crazy puppy story. I'm not gonna go in depth, but basically like TLDR was like he had the puppy got taken back, and like he might get the puppy again, but like it wasn't looking likely. So like the whole day we're like sweating, waiting on his family to call him to find out if he gets this new puppy. And like halfway through like the night before dinner, like we found out he got the puppy, and like I have a wholesome video of it where like I posted that out, and it was nice. So he got a new puppy. I traveled a lot and didn't play a lot of Pokemon. I kind of took time off and had a good time. And then I got this cool hoodie. For those of you that don't know, this podcast is in Duval County, and we are the biggest Jaguar fans, and we are AFC South champions here on the top. And I got this cool Pokemon hoodie for the Jaguars crossover for Christmas. So
we're going for the ultimate podcast Super Bowl, where we got the Carolina Panthers of the Uncommon Energy podcast versus the Jacksonville Jaguars.
How sick would that be? There's no way that ever happens.
Battle of the big cats.
Well, that'd be funny.
It's not happening for many reasons, but it would be funny.
Yeah, but Jacksonville might be there. If we get past this weekend and past the Bills, I'm calling it now. We make the Super Bowl.
All right, you heard it here first. That's the end of football talk for anyone scrubbing ahead on the episode.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, Eric, I know Twitter's kind of been a mess lately because there was some new rumblings of rules, and some rules posted and some rules not posted.
Yeah, so I'll jump right into it. There's an awesome company called Pokémon Company, and
That we love very much.
they're awesome. I love them. They're $1 billion awesome company, but God, are they terrible sometimes at posting things. So like they have a post on their website that has some information that is accurate and what we do know, and then there is a post that is on Twitter that looks to be a bit preemptive because the actual rule book is not updated. So let's jump into that. For those of you that are watching on YouTube or Spotify, we will now be sharing our screen. If you're not, jump on over. Press like and subscribe. You're there. So this is the post from Play Pokemon. They said, review the most up-to-date guidelines as you prepare for the next competition. Basically, the TLDR, what's important to our trading card game community is just this section right here. So it says the Play Pokemon Tournaments Rules Handbook was updated. So this is not the TCG Rules Handbook. This is the Play Pokemon Tournament Rules Handbook. And it's very specific to call out that because some people are missing that distinction. And so the two things that it said were changed was they added to the list of prohibited actions in the concessions and intentional draw section. And we'll get into actually what they added. And they also clarified procedure for player ID discrepancies at championship point events. So this one, we're not going to go too in depth in because it shouldn't impact anyone really. It's in the rulebook if you're going to go find it. But what you have to do is click on this documents have been updated link, and it's going to take you to this page. And commonly what a lot of people are doing is they're coming down to the rulebook and they're checking this rulebook down here, but that's not what the website said they updated. The website specifically said they updated this link. So if you were to click on this and open it, you would see that they opened it on January 1st, 2025. That's a typo. That's a typo. They actually updated it as of 2026, which is hilarious. So that's like typo number 3 or problem number 3. And then so we want to go to the section that mentions the concessions and intentional draws, which I should have had this up already. 5.4, page 30. So if we go down to page 30 real quick, we can run through and talk about the changes that are confirmed. So down on page 30, concessions and intentional draws. So I believe what they added here is using information outside of the current game to decide the results of the match. So what they need is like taking illegal game actions, right? We have a gentleman's agreement, and I think I'm going to win. I'll show you my top deck. Oh, look, there's boss on top. I won, right? The game's over. And so basically it's saying you can no longer do these things outside of the current game or match to decide the result of a match. I think that's the only new thing they added, Maddox. You want to...
Yeah, I mean, there's a few things here. I mean, I know that particular portion has been like somewhat enforced before as well, where like,
we talked about it last year, but it was not in the rulebook.
Yeah, I think they're just formalizing some of these pieces. I think before it's kind of said like, hey, you can't take more game actions because the game is over. But I think here it's like they're explicitly kind of stating, hey, you can't, use additional information to decide that. So I think really here it's just some clarity about what things are going on. And again, that's what we always like to see. If things are being enforced in a certain way on the floor and they're not listed in the handbook, then something like this just makes it more clear and easier to enforce. But like Parker, I mean, is something like this anything people really got to worry about, like at their locals or anything, or is it really like at the highest levels when you're doing like gentlemen's type of thing?
I mean, yeah, I think it's mostly just like I guess it could, trickle down into challenges and cups.
Yeah,
but I like the waiting for other matches in progress on the.
So this has always
one
been
I
there.
hate actually.
This has always been there.
Oh really?
And see, that's what the kind of like common Twitter discourse right now is that people don't know exactly what changed here because it doesn't exactly say. I'll check the appendix of the Bob. It might. But all these other ones that I remember, these were all here before. So but this one really does kind of apply to locals, right? It says referring to tournament standings or waiting for other matches in progress to resolve before deciding to concede or draw, right? Exhibit A, table 1, table 2, they could probably ID. It's a risky ID, but they just start playing the game, and then they see table 3. They see that the game is over there, so now they'll ID because now it's safe to ID. Technically, by the rule books now, and that's illegal. You're not supposed to do that. So just be careful. We're not going to condone any of those actions here on the Beach Court podcast. Make sure that you are sticking to the rule book.
Yeah, I mean, my problem with something like this is that it's just like so hard to enforce. Right?
It's very hard to enforce. Yeah,
because I've seen it plenty at locals. Where I will go and play it out if I'm at X1, and then I will win, and then suddenly tables will ID. Right. So, but like, is there any way to enforce that? Really? Like, we're gonna say like, oh, we think that that the action of this was influenced by this. Like, what's the I don't know what the right way out of this for folks is. It's really just saying like, hey, if they are playing a game to completion, then they intend to play it to completion until someone offers an ID. But like, I don't know. Things that are weird, but again, more clarity is good. We'll see how that affects the local level. I don't think there's too much to going, but and I think adding this additional piece about saying, hey, you can't look at the top deck, you can't check prizes, you can't feed through your deck to show, hey, look, I have enough resources to close out the game, or look, this card's not prized, because I've seen boards like that happen before, and like those conversations happen. And again, just the extra clarity. If it's not allowed in the rules, now we have a little bit more rules on it specifically.
And that is exactly what it says. Only that one was added. So all the ones.
But there's a spicy change.
Yeah. So let's talk about the speculation. Well, I say speculation. This is posted by Play Pokemon on Twitter. So Play Pokemon posted summary of changes, and in their summary of changes, it has a lot more. Again, what we care about, I can't highlight it. What we care about is here in the middle where it says TCG Handbook. Reinstated turn tracker section. Clarified end of round processes +1 turn. And added a new line item to tempo of play table for deck search first of game. So this is what most people saw first to drive us to going to like look at the changes. So this is why everyone went to the handbook that I referred to before. Everyone went here because this is kind of the handbook.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a different one. If you scroll down, it's a different one that we're going to, but it's all the way at the bottom of the section, the TCG tournament handbook.
Yeah, okay.
It's not changing any core gameplays, but it's changing how tournaments operate.
Yeah. So you can see here, this one last revision was not January 1st. It was November 20th. So there is nothing updated here, even though we got a notification that there should be an update. So this is where all the speculation comes from. Play Pokemon saying there's changes, but we don't know what the changes are. So Parker, I'm actually going to look at you here because it says reinstated turn tracker section. What does that mean? Was there a previous turn tracker section that you can remember?
I can't remember anything like that. I'm going to be honest.
Okay. So we'll have to kind of speculate on that. What do you guys think that means?
I don't know. like there's no way.
I mean, do you think it's gonna be like Japan, where we have like an indicator, like a V-star indicator on our tables that indicates who started first?
I think this is a more minor piece in this. I think, again, this could just be anything that's like a guide, right? We're saying, hey, judges can use a turn tracker to track the actions that taking place each turn, right? I think the changes here, are again, it's so vague that it's kind of very hard to speculate on unless we're able to go look back and find like a previous version of the handbook where there are more details on it. I think it's that. What are they going to do for tempo of play? That's keeping me up at night.
Yeah, I mean, what everyone cares about is the tempo of play, right?
Can you go pull up the table in the handbook real quick?
Yeah. Am I in there yet? This one.
No, not that one. It's the other one.
Is it this one?
Yes. No, I mean, no, sorry. It's the one. I mean, this is the one you were just looking at.
All right, I'm just going to go back and click on that again.
TCG tournament handbook.
Yeah, no, we're saying this one and that one. That was killing me. Do you know what page?
It was in the table of contents. You probably blew past. But if we scroll enough, we'll find it.
Well, scroll enough, we'll find it eventually. Here
you go, right there.
This one.
Yeah, so tempo of play. So there's a table in the handbook around the suggested reasonable times for these actions, right? And so I think kind of the problem that we've talked about before is that there is kind of a gentleman's rule or just kind of a standard in the game where you get like 1 to 2 minutes for your first deck search to determine all your prize cards. Yeah. You see this played on stream without penalty.
Oh, wait.
It probably happens to your locals.
It's game start.
Things like that. So again, so there's been this rule that's never been documented anywhere. And when people talk about, hey, the pace of the game, you watch a stream game, it takes too long because the first deck search is people taking 2 minutes to check all their prizes. That's kind of like been an issue that's, maybe hurts the watchability, maybe hurts the pace of all the gameplay, things like that. Makes it harder to complete 3 games in 50 minutes, for example. So when they're saying they're adding a new line for deck search first of game, to me, that sounds like that they are going to add a new line here that is clearly defining something.
Yeah.
And I think if they were to just make an addition and they say, hey, we're going to consider shuffling a deck search mid-game, the same thing, then they could just update this to be 15 seconds, for example. But I think if they're saying first deck search specifically, I think they're going to formalize a reasonable time for that.
I think so too. Yeah. Parker, what do you think the time, what's your prediction right now on what the time's going to be here?
I thought I saw something somewhere that they made it a minute. I might have just been like,
I haven't seen anything.
Hallucinating or something.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. But
there's
like,
no one down here talking about it anywhere. So
you think a minute?
I thought I saw something like that. I think it definitely needs to be addressed because like I don't go to that many events, and like I watch them on Twitch, and that is the number one complaint in the Twitch chat.
It sucks watching it.
Yeah, it is. So it's like, yo, come on, like get on with it.
I mean, I think by them adding it here, right, they're not gonna be saying like, "Hey, you can look at your prizes," right? That's not gonna happen.
Well, we weren't getting that anyways, in my opinion.
Well, we don't know that. We might at one point,
Yeah, but
it might get to a point where you might draw 13, get rid of 6, right?
Yeah, when it's those things that like change the way the game has always been played, then like those are the ones that seem like so tough for me because like, right, you've always played this game by drawing 7, putting on a basic, and putting on 6 prizes, like since base set, like that's how you've always done it.
Yeah.
So like, are we really going to change it now on the 30th anniversary just to make tournaments easier? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
Like I could see a rule where it says, hey, in a tournament setting, if this specific clause is allowed, you can allow this specific thing, but like, we're not changing anything about like the
So Parker, you think it should be about a minute is what you think, or is that just what you saw?
I mean,
what do you think?
That's what I saw.
What do you think it should be?
Yeah, what do you think it should be?
I like 30 seconds or something.
Yeah.
It's like it is. Sometimes people go beyond 2 minutes.
Sure.
Like deck searching. It's like 3 minutes of the stream, 3 minutes of playing the game, or like.
Max, what do you think?
I think since they're adding a line here, I think it's distinct enough from everything else. I do not think it's going to be 15 seconds. I think they're going to allow some amount of time. I think there's a decent chance they just formalize the 2-minute rule until the end of the season.
No,
I also think there's a decent chance that they just go and make a stance and say, hey, listen, you get 30 seconds. You get 1 minute.
I could see a minute. I don't think it can be higher than a minute though. Like, I think on paper, I don't think Pokemon's going to put higher than a minute. Like, I want it to be 30 seconds because I think that's fair, and I think that's an okay amount of time. If you think about it, that's that's 3 minutes per match, and that's reasonable.
Yeah. Can you scroll up like one sentence to the previous page? Because there's some good terminology that I like I hear. It's like pace of Pokemon TCG match should be lively without being excessively fast. In each, there's that first line, like the lively. Yeah. So like when I think about turn ones on stream, lively is the last thing I can think of, right? It's like nest ball, 3 minutes of sorting my cards.
Yeah, I think 30 seconds is reasonable. That's my official prediction. Max, what's your official prediction?
I want to say that they want the problem to slow down. They know they're going to get a bunch of backlash and that people will not stick to 30 seconds if they put 30 seconds. So I think it's a minute.
Okay. Do you think this will be updated for Toronto?
So just so everyone is up to date, right? We know this hasn't been updated yet. There was communication that Pokemon professors are allowed to share that says, hey, we needed more time to update the handbook. Changes are coming. We don't necessarily know when, but changes will be coming.
Sure.
Presumably matching some of what they talked about. I think we will get something by Toronto by the next set of tournaments. There's a couple of them. Because if they're intending to go out today, I think they just needed a week to wrap it up or whatever. I think we will get changes for then. But how enforceable is this going to be?
I mean, you have to enforce it if it's in the rulebook, right? Like if it gets in the rulebook and it's there for Toronto and I was judging Toronto, I'd have to randomly be judging people on their deck searches, right?
But also it's a suggested time. Like it's not like a hard or fast rule,
but like
right?
at some point, like at 45 seconds ish, I'd give a warning. At like a minute and a half, if it's still going, like it's like okay, there's a penalty there, right? Like, I do think it's interesting here as well that they did show what we just talked about, the player ID and the concessions as like a different line. Weirdly enough,
well, it's a different document in this case, right?
No,
so we have like
but
the
it's
generic
just,
handbook versus the TCG handbook.
well, they didn't call it out here what handbook it was, like they did the other. Anyways, it's
Fair enough, no.
I just, again, I go back to it being $1 billion company, and I just expect a little bit better, right? Like, I just expect Pokemon to have your I's, dotted and your T's crossed, and to know what's going on, right? Like, I look at their careers all the time because I would love to go work for Pokemon, right? They have editors in each region for this stuff. Like, there's editors that look at this stuff, and it's making it past that. And I don't understand. Like, maybe they just don't have, a person at Pokemon that really understands the inner workings of a tournament. And I don't know. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't know, how do you make this, even looking at the other one where it said January 1st, 2025. Like, that's a simple mistake to make when you have like a version change.
Right.
So I don't know, it's just frustrating to me.
So official predictions, we had Eric and Parker at 30 seconds, me at 1 minute.
Yeah.
Actually, one little thing they could do that would make this much firmer as opposed to like suggest a time of a minute. Say, like, imagine if the handbook said no more than 1 minute, right? Then that's like a very that's like a very clear line.
That'd be
which
crazy.
like say if they want to start enforcing this in like a stricter case, then that's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
Because we say suggested time of 1 minute, and that means if I take 120, if I'm in top 8 of an IC, it means I can take 130, 1 to 45, right? To suggest it, right? Like that's the tricky part. Like, it's trickier to put like the stricter language, but the stricter language is what you need probably to fix the problem that the community is really letting run amok.
Because when it goes into effect, like, I guarantee you, all eyes are on every stream game, and everyone's going to time it. And there's going to be posts, and there's going to be videos, and say, "Hey, that was 1 minute and 10 seconds. What the heck, bro?"
I mean, that first, if they want to be really strict about it, that first stream game almost needs to be an example where they need to say at 1 minute they're saying, "Hey, we need you to finish your deck search," right? The judge should be saying that, and making sure it wraps up.
Right.
I mean, but that's that the first tournament, if there's a new rule that says 30 second, if there's a new rule that says 30-second prize check, that first stream match of that tournament, I'm going to be seeing when is the judge is going to say that's enough.
I will say I'm happy to get some type of clarification or some changes mid-season. I like when they do that, so I'm happy that they're being proactive and doing some things. I just would like them to see a little bit cleaner.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on, we have our trivia segment up next, but first we have to talk about someone who won a grant brought to you by FCBC Armor. Our sponsor of this podcast has some great sleeves, great binders, and everything like that. So I know I don't even know the number of applicants, but it was a lot that we went through, and I can tell you it was very hard to pick someone worthy of this. And there's so many people that are worthy of this, and I even saw some people responding to our post this week that was like, "Hey, I'd like to donate, back to FCBC for a future grant for someone else." So I'm sure Brian will be willing to do that for anyone that wants to, go and contribute to FCBC. You can contact us in the comments here. We can get you to set up with Brian. Just let us know. But yeah, congrats go out to Josh McLemore and his family. So Josh is a veteran and father who travels over an hour each week to play Pokemon with his son, which is crazy. Like that's so cool. He's got 2 sons and a daughter. So they're going to be going to a regional soon. So funded by FCBC. So
yeah, super glad we got to work with FCBC on this. Again, speaks to not only the good sleeves they make, but just the character that, they have in that Brian. He's been great to work with. Got to talk with, Josh, he's a great person, very excited for him and his family to go. And also just his like local league leader who again says, hey, Josh and his kids show up to the community and, are, enthusiastic about it, show up kind of ready to play and have a long commute. And again, we're just very happy that like we're able to be a small part of getting on that regional and excited to see that. And again, shout out to FCBC for all that they do.
Yeah. Pretty happy for it. So All right, let's jump into my fun trivia question for this week. Next up, we're going to be talking about kind of like the new sets and the meta. So, of course, I'm going to test your knowledge of the meta, Maddox, since you've been, testing and ready.
Sure,
right?
sure.
According to Limitless TCG Online, how many decks have at least a 50% win rate in the Phantasmal Flames format with minimum 100 games recorded? However, I'm going to give you guys multiple choice because I know this is hard. Okay. First off, there's an asterisk here. I did check the box. It says combine related decks into one arc deck.
Okay.
All right. So my options are, there's 4 options. You can choose one of these. A, 4 to 7 decks. B, 8 to 10 decks. C, 11 to 12 decks. And D, 12 plus decks.
This question's what I mean, like, what kind of question is this, man? There's been a lot of tournaments played. 4 to 7. I mean,
minimum 100 games. Minimum 100 games.
Yeah, I don't know. None of these answers matter. I don't know. The one around 10. Which one was it? 10 to something.
Power of suggestion.
It was 8 to 10, and then 11 to 12.
Yeah, Parker, you like 8 to 10 or 11 to 12? I'm down to just send one of the ones in the middle.
We'll do 8 to 10. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'll set 8 and 10. 8 and 10. Final answer. Lock it in.
Locking it in. 8 10. Correct. That is correct.
Right.
There is
easiest
10.
question ever. Yeah.
However, I'm going to make it harder for you.
Easier than what numbers, Mr. Mime?
I'm going to make it harder for you right now. What is the number 1 deck on that list? What has the highest win rate of those 10 decks?
Parker, you know what I want to say, right? You know what I want to say, right?
Tanky
Kangi.
Tanky Kangi. That's a good one.
I mean, I think for a while it could have been, but probably it's picked up enough like mainstream success.
Sure.
That people have played it and then played it badly. That's my concern. What you think, Parker?
I low-key think it would be like Absol or something. Like, I don't know.
Absol's kind of bad right now. I don't think.
I don't know.
Azul posted some like new Absol list.
Azul also posted a Dreadnought list. Does that mean the deck's good? Like, everyone has an Absol list. I mean, why?
All right. So what do you guys think it is, Max? What do you think it is, and Parker? What do you think it is?
Give me Tanky Kangi.
Okay, Parker.
I'm gonna say I'll say Dingo.
All right. You ready for the answer?
Yes.
The answer is Seeking Festival League.
Okay. So let's
there you go.
195 games, and it's a 56.8%.
Yo, let me play
blowing
this
it out of the water. Goldango is the closest at 51.86.
All right, but if you ask what it would be, like what you'd sit down against at a regional, I won that one.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, and also I got the Tanky Kangi. I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, actually.
I think we did pretty good, all things considered.
This one was not included. There was 11 of them. But
Yeah, I know. There's only 8.
Iron Value is
Seeking
like
Festival lead, a little better. Seeking Festival lead, little good play rate. Yeah, Iron Valiant, 67 entries. You love to see it.
Seeking Festival lead, is this the play for Toronto?
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about it in a little bit. We'll go back to that.
Seeking almost sounds like 6.
First up, let's talk about the news. We'll talk about the news, and then we'll roll through all of the new cards and the most impactful cards from the sets. So here's some news. For those of you that don't know, Ascended Heroes is our next main set. Well, not main set. It's a special set. Over 290 cards in that set, man. It's gonna be crazy. Anyways, terrible. It launches officially on January 30th, 2026, which makes it perfectly 2 weeks before February 13th, 2026. What is happening on February 13th, guys?
EUIC in
London. EUIC is happening. So Ascended Heroes, Ascended Heroes will be legal for EUIC. But here's the kicker. Here's where I struggle, right? And we'll talk about some news associated with this. There will not be any ETBs or bundles out by the time EUIC hits. The only thing that comes out is like the free pack blisters. Parker, is there anything else in addition to you work in a card store?
There's like two pack sticker packs.
2-pack stickers.
No, we got stickers? Hold up. Wait.
But we got 3-pack blisters and 2-pack sticker things. and they're going to be scalped like crazy because the arts are insane in them. And so the ETBs don't come out until February 20th, 2026, and the bundles come out April 24th, 2026, which is after our next set. You know, before we get into the rant on this, I do want to give Pokemon credit where credit's due. They know they have a problem. They've signed a massive lease in North Carolina with a company I don't know the name of, but it's like over 1 million square feet. This place they've got to print more cards. So hopefully there's relief coming soon. But like, I'm just gonna say, should this set be legal for EUIC with this stipulation?
And I mean, by date, yeah, but like, is it right? Like, I don't know. It kind of sucks. Like, if it's like, and it's probably even harder to get in Europe. Like the Asian players have no problem getting it, but like,
yeah, I think the tricky thing with this is if they want to not make it legal, they need to tell us really soon.
Yeah,
because now you're in a little bit of a spot of like, okay, the cards be too hard to get. Now, granted, there isn't a lot that's actually relevant in this set, which is good in a sense for the competitive side.
I can tell you that every single Dragapult player wants Pokepad. I don't even
think we know Pokepad's in the set. That's the problem.
We think it is. Like right now, it's in the starter decks, and the starter decks mostly make up our 290 cards. So we think it's in that set, but it's not.
But also does have a J regulation, which is like what's throwing me off a little
bit.
Right.
So like now again in the one side now, if Pokepad is legal in Ascended Heroes, then that is going to cause a mess. But also like if you've been grinding, End Zoroark with Zekrom, and then they tell you in 3 weeks it's not legal, like wait, like what? Like now how many people does that affect? Very few, really. I think it's going to come down to like how much does this get out in Europe? Because like if it's an international event and like if you hit any production delays and getting this out on like the 2 weeks before EUIC in Europe, I think you just have to pull the plug on it being legal for EUIC personally.
Yeah.
Now if they push out a bunch of blisters and sticker packs and like, every single retail store is getting 200 of them, then I'm okay
Pokemon
with it.
sets a precedent. They come out and they say, anyone going to UIC, if you have a spectator badge or a competitor badge, just come see us at this booth. We'll give you any card you want from Ascended Heroes. That's not, that's min rarity.
Yeah, I really want the SIR
or proxy.
Yeah.
I guess you could just like the judges could just make proxies for everyone. Anyways, so that's some bad news. I don't like that. Here's some more bad news that I also don't like. Our next set after that is labeled Perfect Order. We just got some arts for them, some pack arts for them. Meowth got a pack, so shout out Meowth.
That's right.
It's set to release on March 27th, which is around when we usually have rotation. We don't have rotation officially announced here on our side of the countries, but it is announced in Japan already. So speculation means that we're not going to delay our rotation. It's going to be in its normal, like, April-ish timeline. We know it's not going to be at EUIC, which sometimes it was. So we suspect that it's going to be with this set, right? Max just mentioned, regulation code J. Usually when they rotate, they give us a new regulation code at the same time. So what that means is it's not going to be legal for Orlando because Orlando is only 1 week after March 27th. So that to me means I get to play Electric Generator one more time.
Orlando, does have the pretty good chance to be like the last ride for everything G block.
Like if you're a Gardevoir main or a Charizard main or a Miraidon main, like Orlando is going to be most likely, not confirmed, the tournament to one last ride, man. So I hope Orlando's a 5,000 person tournament. I hope they have space for it. I can tell you that convention center has space for it. We're gonna find out real quick. Anyways, what do you guys think about those? I mean, we talked about the first one already. We think about Perfect Order being after. It's kind of sad, right?
That is kind of sad. Like,
yeah, I mean, a little bit of a bummer, but like there always has to be some line for these tournaments. I know we had it 2 years ago, Orlando being like the second tournament right after rotation because it was EIC and then Orlando right after that. It's gonna be funny how there's a little bit of a gap, right? I mean, in a way, there will be a chance for like the format to develop before like it's immediately out, because we don't have a tournament until Prague, which is April 25th. So it'll be like the cards will have been out for a month after that.
Is that real?
Yes, I'm looking at the
I know
website.
you are.
Like,
There's no like SPE or anything.
I mean, not on championships.pokemon.com.
Dang, bro. When's our first tournament?
Los Angeles, May 8th and 10th.
That's
8th and 10th.
crazy. A whole month and a half.
Get cooking, everyone. Rotation's
Jeez.
coming. So, but also and also what probably happens again, Play Pokemon to set up these dates when they don't know when the sets are going to be released.
Sure.
So probably at some point they're like, oh yeah, we're targeting a mid-March release for this set. It says, okay, then that can lead these tournaments to be the first ones of whatever. If anyone hasn't noticed, Pokemon cards are very popular right now, and production has been an issue, and schedules have changed. They probably just said, we need to push out these dates type of thing to like have time to print them, which like makes sense. But now sets like the competitive circuit changes their times a little bit, right? Could that have even happened for LAIC?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's a whole number of things here that like are involved with it. So like it's a little hard to control those dates since we have to set those tournaments. Now, again, if they announced the release date of Ascended Heroes and then they announced Orlando was going to be 2 weeks after it, they announced it today, then they're like, oh, what do you mean? You only gave us 3 months head notice about this tournament. So like what, like, right. And the tournament's too small because we had to wait until Ascended Heroes was announced. Right. So it's like, I think Pokemon tried their best with this one, but probably had a production delay, if I had to guess.
Yeah, sounds right.
Yep.
All right, well, let's jump into our cards. We have a lot of cards revealed since we last talked. I'll start sharing my screen again for those of you that aren't on Spotify or YouTube. What are you doing? Anyways.
Well, thank you for listening to us on all platforms.
Yes.
We are over here on Blue Sky. Thanks to Twanley is it Boulay? Boulay, right?
Yeah.
Twanley for all of their translations. Yes, thank you. All right, so first up, Mega Audino EX. We have Caldeo Waltz for a colorless. Flip 3 coins for each head. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy attached to your Pokemon any way you like. Then shuffle your deck.
So Caldeo Waltz.
Kaleido Waltz. I don't know how to say that word. Kaleido Waltz. Kaleido.
I mean, it's not going to be called that in English anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. But Parker, you were playing back when Mega Audino won Worlds. Is this card going to win Worlds? That's what I want to know.
That's a good question.
No.
Put your official prediction in right now.
Well, this card would
flipping 3 coins to accelerate energy. We have a no.
270 HP, 3 prizer.
Now, I think the attack's good.
If you could use it first, it'd be great.
Well, it'd be broken, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know how that good it would be. But, like, I mean, a good neutral energy acceleration is, like, neat. Like, this card's good because it, like, enables a lot. But,
actually,
like,
you know what? This card would win Worlds if we had expanded Worlds.
Oh.
No, definitely not. Card would even be worse at expanded Worlds.
Yeah, you would just die on the
All right, fine. Turn. It's going to be in Trainer Trials Worlds.
That now we're talking. Right. But yeah, no, I think it's cool. I think it's unique that like something like this is splashable into everything. Again, of course, like the coin flip makes it annoying. Like if this card were to ever see meta play, then it'd be like, oh, my opponent flipped triple heads and got 6 energy into play. Meanwhile, I flip triple tails. All right, like you're always gonna have that. But it's like if you're averaging like 3 energy per attack, like that's pretty good.
I mean, Buffon can increase the health of this, right?
It can.
Charm. Will Charm rotate?
Charm rotates.
Okay. Anything else? We got Lively Stadium.
But this isn't an attacker, right? Like you're
no, but like you can like what I'm thinking is like you could like use the attack to like power up a Kangaskhan and like go take a Kangi more.
And we're losing Turbo Energize, so maybe something like that is viable.
Yeah, maybe. All right, moving on. Next up, we're just gonna show this beautiful Vileplume, and then we're gonna move on.
Some of these Ericus cards aren't very cool. Cool to see more trainers Pokemon again.
Yeah.
These sets we can just keep scrolling through, but like nice to see more and more of them. It's not auto poison and asleep.
Yeah, if you get 3 energy onto it and evolve it into play
that's
and
the
attack
easiest
with
thing
it.
Ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, why haven't you scrolled past it already? Scrolls. None of these are good.
Wait, whoa! What do you mean?
It's generator, but on a supporter, and it's bad.
It's only for one energy.
Axe elixir on a supporter.
All right, Erica's Tangela. No, you can find some Erica's Pokemon pretty easily.
Nothing good until the starter Pokemon.
Okay, these are start right.
It's a free start. Free search.
Well, what's this, bro?
It's a promotional card. It's a pretty fun one.
Look at the art on this guy.
Draw 3 cards while hyping up your favorite Pokemon.
The influencer's
Opponent is
presentation
now
is a draw 3 card, a nice fun promo card.
That's legal.
Yeah, it's just Nimona, but more fun.
You hype up your favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, but you hype up Charmander. All right, moving on.
It's true.
Mega Meganium, no good.
Well, okay, wait. So stop. So the megas are really good. Eric spent way more time on Erica's Vileplume than this card, which is kind of criminal, honestly.
Card sucks.
So Mega Meganium EX, again, a stage 2 EX Mega Pokemon, 360 HP for triple colorless, giant bouquet, 70 damage plus 50 more damage for each grass energy attached to this Pokemon. So, of course, I think what the standout about this is it gives those grass Pokemon, those grass decks, like a much stronger attacking option than like an Ogerpon. Ogerpon is very squishy. Here you have 360 HP and you scale very fast. And of course, here you play this with your Meganium that doubles your grass energy. So I think, you get 2 grass energy on this, you're hitting for 270. 3 grass energy on here for 370, and it's all the same evolution line. So
how are we getting that many energy in play?
Ill dancing, bro.
Yeah, you can still use Teal Mask. I mean, you still have other ways to get the energy in play.
This card's not good. It's buns. It's cheats.
Yeah, right. I mean, grass. This is more and more support for grass. So I don't know if we're fully there yet. We're like grass is a viable archetype, but we're getting very, very close because grass has a lot of support now, and I think this like fills the role as a beefy attacker because it's in the same evolution line as the Meganium that's doubling your grass.
We're just gonna get popped by a Mega Charizard and be like hating life.
How is Mega Charizard going to be good?
I don't know.
When Charizard EX rotates,
someone will find a way. I don't know. Fire Breather or Choreo. Something.
Yeah, that's more Choreo.
You just named 2 awful cards.
Moving on. Voltorb, anything good? Nope. Terrible.
No.
Nope. Coin is terrible.
That's below bulk.
These are all from like their starter decks. So, Mega Emboar EX.
Emboar is not very good.
I mean, it looks cool. Gotta say that. I mean, 320 is a good number. That sounds fun.
60 to itself brings itself down to 320.
And get KO'd in the mirror. That's cringe.
Yeah. Now we got the Gator.
Oh,
the Feraligatr.
Killer Crunch, water, colorless, 200 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon already has 80 more damage counters on it, you can do 200 more damage.
Yeah.
400 damage.
Wait, you can play does the other Feraligatr rotate?
Nope, it's still around.
So you can play the single prize Feraligatr, put damage in play, use Monkey Dory, move damage over, and then hit 400.
Yep.
Holy smokes.
Boom. Roasted.
Okay, so Eric thinks that combo with the other Feraligatr, which is much worse than Meganium combo, is excited about the Feraligatr combo, but not the Meganium combo. Sounds like some like high tier hater stuff, honestly.
No, that's not that hard of a combo. Come on, it's fine.
High tier hatred.
Yeah, look at this.
How are you getting 3 energy attached to it, Eric?
Excalibur, duh.
It rotates, duh.
Nah.
How are you getting 3 energy attached? Man, you're just a Meganium hater.
I'm a
Shout out if you like grass decks, let me know.
All right, Azumarill EX, anything here? Bubble,
Not
bundle. As often as you
good.
like, move energy from one of your Pokemon to this Pokemon. Yeah, it's terrible.
Not good. Keep going. Don't even bother.
But people are gonna know what these cards are.
Wait.
Auto
I
paralysis.
thought we had a lot to get through. We couldn't talk about all the
auto paralysis, bro.
How are you getting 4 energy on it, Eric?
Carbide. We got a fighting and psychic type Pokemon.
We love dual types.
We do love dual types.
I mean, this is pretty good for GLC, but 3 energy is a lot. That's a lot of energy.
Card's trash.
Mandibuzz, card trash. Moving on. Okay. Token tomorrow. Yo. Oh,
Looks
that's
cool.
terrible. You gotta like do it twice to like. Oh, it's terrible. Okay.
Skitty, broken.
Why is there a kitty here?
Because
Spawn just like
Swan likes Skitty. Who doesn't like Skitty?
Kitty, bro.
No, it's kitty, not skitty. It's kitty.
True.
Then Goose EX, spike draw for 20, drop 2 cards.
We do have some spike draw.
That's kind of good, honestly. But the
In a
second
world,
sucks.
in a world where Pokemon, that's how Pokemon should be played.
It's literally worse than Mega Sharpedo, and Mega Sharpedo is bad.
Bro.
Bruh.
Yo,
Yo.
that's right, Parker. You get them. Yo, Larry's cards. We got Larry's cards. Larry's Kamala. Lethargic charge once your turn. If it's on your bench, you may attach an energy card from your hand to your active Larry's Pokemon. We got any good Larry's Pokemon?
Okay.
That's pretty good.
No.
That's it. No? Well, we got Larry. We got
Shucks.
Larry's Dunsparce. What do you mean?
You have to flip coins.
What do you
Alright,
mean?
alright.
That's 240.
All right, get to the next card that's actually maybe good.
Wait, hold on. There's gotta be better Larry's cards than this, right?
No.
I don't
There's
know,
nothing.
actually. I
All right, so
don't
we haven't
know.
talked
There's
about these
nothing.
cards, man. Stop rushing me through
Right.
this. Let me
There's
cook.
nothing for
Let
Larry's.
me
I
cook.
want there to be.
Bro, we got the Dunsparce to draw cards. We got Larry's little teddy bear thing to.
Bro,
It's a
it's gotta be
koala bear.
It's gotta be Larry's Dunsparce.
Yeah, you can't even play. Yeah, you can't even play the Dunsparce with Larry's Dunsparce.
You think so?
Well, that
I
what?
know so.
That's how.
Well,
That's
it
how all the
doesn't say-
girls work.
Yeah, you're right.
It are you trolling us right now?
Yo, chill. All right, here you go, Max. Take it away. Go have fun.
Okay, so again with perfect order, the set is announced featuring Mega Zygarde, and we have a Mega Zygarde card, and this card is I don't know if it's good yet. It's I will definitely clarify it as a nuts attack. Like these attacks are nuts.
They're nuts.
The first one 3 fighting 200, take 30 less. That's whatever. 310 on a basic. 310 HP on a basic Mega Pokemon. Right, Mew VMAX was
Gotta give it more.
Mega on it on stage 1. This is a basic for 310. But anyways, it's final attack, Nihil 0, 5 fighting energies. For each of your opponent's Pokemon, flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 150 damage to that Pokemon.
Okay, so we're playing Mega Audino Zygarde.
Sure.
I mean, how
Your
else
opponent
you get 5 energies on this thing, bro?
I mean 5 fighting energies is like ridiculous
a-
for one.
There's a Barbarical that lets you attach one from hand every turn.
Does it?
True.
Yeah.
Is it as many times as you like or just once?
No,
Yeah, it's
just
only once.
The issue here is that like there's still Terra Pokemon that are like decent,
Yeah.
and they're protected on the bench.
Yeah, but you know what knocks out Terra Pokemon?
What?
Roll to this next card.
All right, scrolling
Oh,
up.
true.
Not this card.
Well, it's up there later. No, but go back real quick. The problem with the card is like it's not like you flip 5 coins and then you choose where to do your damage. It's like this Pokemon tails, this Pokemon heads, this Pokemon tails, right? So like you have to like probably flip
You know how
heads
long
on the
that
same
would-
Pokemon twice.
Hey, what's the pace of play rule?
Yeah, what's the pace of play rule for Nihil 0? Yeah, flipping 6
in
coins.
seconds, bro.
I have Area 0 for flipping 9 coins to check every single Pokemon.
Well, also you have to like
Not one of
you have to
them's on
target the Terra Pokemon even though the damage isn't going to go through because you have
Correct.
to flip for it.
Just-
So, like-
On TCG Live, you're gonna time out when you're doing this. Like,
Okay, Barbarical. Oh, this
Yeah.
is what we're talking about.
Fighting acceleration.
fighting
yeah.
Excel, but only only one fighting energy, so
Once
it's not unlimited
per-
like Rain Dance. There's the ones, but a nice way to cheat some fightings into play.
Okay,
That was Rain Dance.
Now, this is the card.
so we got
This
Trump
is the best card
at
of
home.
2026.
Oh, Trump card.
Take it away.
Trump card catch, ability, Trump card catch, mouth, EX. We got a little kitty back, 170 HP once during your turn. When you play as Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may search your deck for a supporter card and put it in your hand. You can't use more than one Trump card per turn. So, yeah, we got Luminion back, boys and girls. Luminion
We got Tapu
is
Lele back.
No.
So
Miss
Parker,
Luminion.
we have supporter search on a basic Pokemon. You've
Mhm.
played in several formats with this legal. What are your thoughts on that and what the game is like with it?
Some people like it, some people don't. I think it's pretty all right in a setup sense, but like when it gets to like late game, you're like, oh,
I know.
Ultra Ball. Oh,
If-
here's
if-
my guy.
If they did not reprint Boss's Orders, I would love this card. I would think the format would be super healthy and Meowth would, help people set up and be consistent throughout the game. Even at the end of the game, to get a research so you draw what you need, right? Like, but just Ultra Ball for Boss is so stupid. stupid. You're lucky I can't play this in Maridon in Orlando.
It's true. Lumineon is very good in Maridon. Yeah, I think again, abilities like this are controversial. Again, I mean, Parker, I forget which worlds I'm watching, but I mean, I know there's some formats where like you go turn 1 like Lele for like Bridget to set up, right?
Yep.
Right. To like, because that you didn't have a great Pokemon search. So like formats like that are it's neat. Here when it's this, when it's just like your boss's orders find card, that gets a little tricky. Now I do think that there's gonna be a good balance with this at least, because we have this cool stipulation that says you can't use this ability if you've already used another ability with trump card in its name. So say, for example, if Flip the Script from Pheasantipity was called Trump Card the Script, right? So that way, if you trump card the script into Meowth, you can't actually use this to find your boss. So like, I think there's going to be some dynamic eventually of like balancing of these powerful abilities, and that's going to be the way they're going to choose it, as opposed to like, oh yeah, I'm going to, flip the script for restart for 3 and then flip the script for 3 and then Ultra Ball for Meowth for boss, right? Like something like that is what they're going to change.
Some guy like in there. Well, I guess no, never mind. I was gonna say like some guy in like a cube is like, oh, I can't trump card and then Meowth, but you can Meowth and then trump card.
Well, it says ability.
Well, if there's some other ability,
right?
Ability,
I mean,
we're talking about like,
yeah, it's just ability, not card name. Okay,
correct, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on. We got Mega Delayed. Anything good here?
I mean, I think the card's okay, but it's pretty vanilla.
Are we playing this in Gardevoir?
Absolutely not.
Nah, moving on. Rock Fighting Energy got a new special energy while attached to a fighting Pokemon. This provides 1 fighting energy. Prevent all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to the fighting Pokemon this card is attached to. Existing effects are not removed. Damage is not effect. Parker, what do you think about this card? What are its best applications?
Yeah, I mean, having Mist Energy on a big beefy
380 HP guy or 10.
Yeah, seems pretty good, honestly. I mean, there's like you can't absolutely, you can't like. There's like a ton of stuff.
It's kind of weird that they want to reprint Mist Energy, but have a specific type use it.
Yeah,
I think they're just trying like, I think the game designers are in a spot where like, what types aren't working well, right? And I look into the game, they're like, grass sucks, fighting sucks. How do we make those 2 types better, right? Like, so they're just like trying to make the types better. All right, moving on. I love this next card, Lumio City. It's a stadium. Once during each player's turn, the player may search their deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto your bench. Broken. This player shuffles their deck. Broken. However, if you use this effect, your turn ends. Not broken. God, if it just didn't have that last sentence, how good would this card be, man?
It'd be broken.
Broken.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem. I mean, I'm loving ZA, so like it makes me upset that Lumio City is like printed on this.
I know.
Because like, but when your turn ends, like it makes this card basically unplayable.
Yeah. It's standard. You could play it like GLC, maybe. Maybe.
There's got to be a better search out there. I mean, you just play Artisan, right? I mean, I guess you can't play 2 Artisans, but we're losing Artisan. This isn't really the replacement for it. And it's like a very, very slow option of like item lock is like super prevalent, then you want something, but not being able to do anything after you search for your Pokemon, like not even attach the energy to it, like that's just like. And now imagine if it was like during this turn your Pokemon can't use attacks.
That'd be fine.
Like,
yeah, that'd be
fine. Like maybe that's more doable, right? But I think since it ends your turn, like I think the card's almost unplayable.
Yeah.
Parker, do you think there's any hope?
I mean, I think that the card will still be played unless they reprint this ball again or something like that.
I guess that if there's truly no other way to search for basics besides Ultra Ball, you mean?
I mean, so far we have Pokepad, and Ultra Ball.
Oh yeah, Pokepad is.
I mean, you'll have Buddy Poffin.
And Buddy Poffin too.
Yeah.
Brock Scouting.
Yeah. Next up, I actually like Naveen as a supporter. This card is pretty cool. So draw until you have 5 cards in your hand as a supporter isn't like the best. But what's great about it is before drawing, you can discard any cards from your hand. Like any number of cards.
All right, but you know what supporter also puts 5 cards in your hand?
Course.
Carmine.
Carmine that you could use on the first turn.
Bro, stop.
You're saying this card is better than Carmine?
Yes.
I'm almost inclined to also believe this card's better than Carmine because, like, what's nice is that
my
you can
boss's
conserve,
orders and then draw
right? You
4.
can conserve some part of your hand, right?
Yeah.
So, like, while you're playing a Cerulege, you have to like research your like Carmine everything every
You'll like get
time.
one of
It's
your
like,
Cerulege and then hope to draw
right, like you could
hold.
hold like, you know, you could get rid of everything except for one card and draw 4, which again, I like when you have a card like Lilies, I don't know if you ever really play this because it also allows you to wait another way to save your resources, but
Yeah.
at least like there's some other options out there. Like if we want a more aggressive draw option where we want to discard a lot of cards, like a Cerulege, and something like this is okay. I mean, you probably play this along with Carmine. I mean, I don't think you're gonna play Immortes. Like, since we lose research, you probably do play some counts of Naveen in your Cerulege deck. Honestly,
So we've been playing a lot of GLC lately, Malix. Does find its way any GLC decks?
there's when you look back at since Black and White, there are like so many broken supporters that like something like this never sees play.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because you're like, I can play Cynthia and Lilies and Iono and N all before I have to play Naveen.
Next up, Taragon, terrible card. Put 4 of any combination of fighting Pokemon and basic fighting energy from your discard pile into your hand.
It's Tulip for fighting.
Yeah.
Nessa for fighting.
This is terrible.
What did GLC maybe?
Grade A.
Core memory for Mega Zygarde.
card.
The Mega Zygarde EX. This card is attached to. Uses this attack on this card. Fighting. Geo Buster for 350 damage, but discard all energy from this Pokemon. So we got like a really big hitter to close the game for the Mega Zygarde we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Is this still
Makes me think of G Booster.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, if Zygarde is any good, then this will see play.
Oh, because I'm gonna play it.
I mean, you gotta be playing Albino with it, right?
I don't know.
Dude,
It makes me think of G Booster, which is nice.
We need Heroes Medal.
No.
Bro, reprint Heroes Medal.
Well, Heroes Medal would need to be updated, not be VMAX.
Sure, you get my point. Yeah, like Megas.
Yeah. Heroes Medal, for anyone who doesn't know, is basically a card around back when VMAXs were around minus 100 HP to your VMAX, but your opponent takes 1 less prize.
Yeah. So that's it for what was released a couple weeks ago, but there is some more released since then. We got the Mega Skarmory EX, Sonic Ripper. Shuffle all energy from this Pokemon in your deck. This attack goes 220 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So you can hit the active or any of the bench. I thought about this card some. At first, I was like, this card sucks. But does Matang rotate?
Does not rotate.
No.
So we can play Matang with this.
You can, yes.
So and
then you put it back in the deck to use for something else.
Yeah. So I don't hate that. It's not like discarding it, right? And putting it back in the deck. I don't hate this. So any good?
It's not the worst card ever, but I think Matang decks right now are
yeah. You got to put like 20
an
energy.
okay card in a bad deck.
Yeah, sure.
But maybe Matang will be good someday again.
All right.
That is true.
And then lastly, I think this is the last. We got dinosaurs back, guys. We got fossils and we got dinosaurs. And I'm just gonna skip through the stage 2s and the fossils and go straight to the stage 1s.
The big ones.
Go straight to the big ones. So Aurora's ability Tundra Wall. Your Pokemon with any water energy attached to them take 50 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. The effect of this ability does not stack. And its attack, not great, but Water Coast, Freezing Chill, 150 during your opponent's next turn. Defending Pokemon can't attack. So I don't think standard this card's going to be crazy, but holy moly, are we going to have a big beefy Wailord in GLC?
Holy smokes.
Like, a Wailord in GLC is already tough to deal with, bro. Extra 50 damage. God.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Yeah. Now the Tyrantrum almost gives me hope that fossils can be played in standard.
Yeah.
Like I think it's good. Yeah.
Tyrantrum will be my personality.
Yeah, I think the next one is pretty good. So Tyrantrum ability says if this Pokemon has any special energy attached to it, which we just showed you a fighting special energy.
A fighting mist energy.
Yeah,
very
fighting
good.
mist energy. It has plus 150 HP if it has special energy. And then for fighting and colorless, only 2 energy. Flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, discard the top card of your opponent's deck, which is just so funny.
Yeah, it's just funny.
So, a 160 ain't bad.
This is basically okie dokie.
I mean, yeah, it's 330 HP. Is that, am I doing the math right?
Yeah,
330.
330.
Yes.
Yep.
330. So I mean 330 on one prize. You have to play through the fossil, which limits it a lot.
Yeah.
But another little combo. I want you to scroll back down to the tyrant. We normally don't care about the middle guys, but the tyrant has the attack Get Mad, 20 damage, reach damage counter on this Pokemon. Relicanth is still in format, so if they hit your Tyrantrum for 200 damage, you hit them back for 400 damage.
That's pretty good
with Relicanth. So like, is this card is this viable? I'm not really sure. We have to play Jaw Fossil to get it set. I don't really know how we're doing that, but maybe we can find a way.
I mean, we're losing Arvin.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough for sure.
Also, you can't play this under item lock, which is a problem. Because your basic is a fossil, an item card.
Sorry. Yeah, that's
now, but imagine they print, digging kit, right? It says, right. I mean, like, say they print an item that lets you put items on your portion, right? Like,
stadium.
They did have the
excavators something. Search your deck for a fossil and put it on your bench.
I need trolley, but for items. Search your deck for as many items as you choose. Put them into your hand. Parker, would that seem play? Like, is that good or is that? It's kind of good, but kind of not. Like,
I think it'd be crazy.
Arvin for item
we're definitely
trolley.
Playing it in
grab
GLC.
all your
Both
items.
These cards are like great GLC cards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think Tyrantrum has some potential. Like, we probably need a little more fossil support, but if we ever get any fossil support, like, I think this card's pretty good.
Just imagine you're playing against a deck in GLC that draws a bunch of cards, and like you're just slowly building this guy up. They got like 5 cards in deck, and you're like, all right, my only win card. This is it. That's all I got.
Flip 5 heads in a row.
Rampage.
All right. So that's all the cards. So we'll see what's most impactful. Thank you, Antoine Boulet, for your awesome translations. Let's move on talking about the meta. We already talked about how Seeking Festival Elite is the best deck in format. But there's really there's a big 3 medics that you're kind of preparing for Toronto. And so kind of talk to us, what have your thoughts been like in your preparation for Toronto? What are the big 3 and how are the other decks trying to, what are you nervous about? Like what are they coming for?
Yeah, so in my mind, I mean, the big 3 of just strongest decks in the room very clearly are Goldango Solrock, Gardevoir, and Charizard. Dragapult is like there on the edge, is like this 4th guy you kind of have to consider, but like ultimately, it's just like not as good as the other ones because it's like if you're Dragapult, you beat Zard, but you kind of lose to the other 2 for the most part. So when I'm thinking about the prep, right, it's really saying, how are you prepared for these matchups? I mean, and in a way, I mean, I almost feel like the format is like almost a little more centralized than we've seen in a while, right? There's different ways to play the deck somewhat, right? I mean, there's the Dawn Zard that's very popular. Some people might be playing like a Secret Box Zard, more conventional. Goldango Lunatone is pretty much the only way now. Guardy Jelly, some Turbo Guardy, but they're playing a Frillish anyways. So like,
did you see Henry Chow's list?
I've not seen his latest one. It was like
playing
2
like
a
a
luxurious
cape and a Watchtower.
I know there's some Watchtower out there, right? I mean, we're kind of making this like weird circle where, the Zards are good into Jelly and good and they need to are trying do we prepare for Dragapult? We are prepared for Goldango. Goldango's like, do I play a Watchtower for Zard? And Jelly and Guardy's like, do I play a Watchtower for Zard? So we're in like this weird format where there's only like, in my mind, there's like 5, there's like 3 really good decks. And then there's like 6 viable decks basically. And beyond that, it's like pretty small. Like, I think like Tanky Kangi, Mega Absol, Dragapult are like those like next 3. So it's like a weirdly centralized format where everyone's like trying to deal with everyone a little bit. And it's like, what's the best way to do that? So my thought of my prep is saying, hey, I need to practice into these decks a lot and try to have enough reps into the Jelly Guardies, into the Dragapults, into the Charizards to like know what those lines are and feel comfortable with all of them as I go. Because in most cases, I'm going to sit down and cross from one of them when I'm playing.
Yeah. Parker, what's your thoughts on the best of the rest after those 3? What do you think are the top 3 decks of the best of the rest in your opinion?
Top 3, I would probably say Absol is one of them. Like, it's like if your opponent sets up, I feel like they can get steamrolled pretty bad because you are 3 prizes. I think like actually Zoroark's probably just not good, huh?
Maybe with Guardians playing like Diane, like, I mean, you used to have a good Guardy matchup, and then now they're playing
such a
Diane,
problem, bro.
they just have a way to one shot you.
Yeah,
that they can't really deal with, and it's like,
yeah, that is true.
Are Guardies playing Diancie in your matchup, Maddox?
I mean, they shouldn't be going into it. Like, you only go in it, like, against Goldango, you only go into it to close out the game. Because it's weak to metal, right? I mean, you need 3 energy to knock it out. I mean, I guess, well, if they have a charm, you need more, but you're not using it. It's 3 prizes. Okay. I mean, and also, like, Diancie is down a little bit in play.
Really?
Just because it's not, like, needed. I mean, again, into these big decks, it's not really needed. It's really just for, like, the Mega Absol decks. And if you're piloting well enough, or if you're playing, like, Charm or Luxurious Cape, then you have ways to deal with them anyways. So it's like you're already playing Screamtail, so you want to play some amount of Charm. So might as well just play more Charm or Drifloon, which does the same thing as Diancie, kind of, right? So I think that's kind of.
So you like Mega Absol, Parker? What are the other two kind of outside of the top that you like?
I think Terror Box is like
Terror Box being slept on.
Yeah, I think someone like goes on a deep run with Terror Box. Like, I don't know. It's like
Pikachu kind of good.
Pikachu good. Wellspring good. Yeah. I mean, like, I think Dragapult was a tough matchup for that. So, like, if that's down, then, like, we up.
I mean, it's like you kind of have to run them off the table, like Guardian, Dragapult, which is the problem, and those are gonna be 2 of the most popular decks. But then also, like, if people are playing Watchtower for Donzar, then you're also getting like Kamikaze.
Yeah.
You're on the and also, like, the problem is, like, Terror Box is more susceptible to Watchtower than Donzar.
Oh, definitely.
The problem.
Yeah. So maybe not. I don't know. And then I guess Dragapult's sleeper. I don't know. I haven't really been paying much attention.
Yeah, it seems like,
to be honest with you.
I mean, it's still popular, but
yeah.
I get what Maddox is saying, of, like, you know, how it's kind of like in there with the 3. But I think Lopunny Dusknoir is being slept on a little bit. I mean, the win right here isn't really great, but just board wiping your opponent a lot of the time is like crazy. You know, we saw like the Dusknoir deck with Palkia kind of take off when it was a thing.
Oh God, yeah.
So I'm sure there's people that are playing this that are like, yeah, I can't wait for Toronto. I'm gonna board wipe everyone, right? Like, I'm sure you're gonna see some of those people out there.
Yeah, it's just like pulling it off though. That's the tricky part. I mean, the way I'm feeling is like the format just like feels very centralized, which is in a way is like a little bit boring, but you know, it's kind of like I know you know what you're gonna get. But I think that's even more so like if you're playing one of these fringe decks that people aren't as ready for, and you're able to go and, like, you know, you can go on a good run with one of these just because people aren't as prepared for you.
Is it time for Ceruledge?
No. What do you beat?
Goldango.
Maybe.
Nah, I'd beat Goldango. That's fine.
Yeah, you probably do, but like
I don't think you do.
They can still win.
What do you
mean? What do you mean? What do I mean?
What do you mean, bro? 57%.
That's not even that good. Right? I mean, like, you have single prizes that can KO your Ceruledges. You have like mirror techs. Like, it eventually becomes a 2-prize race. Like, if you miss Briar, you just lose, and you have to play Carmine.
You're right about that. I don't play.
Now, if you had Naveen, matchup 70%.
70-30
because you get to hold the Briar all game.
That's like 90-10 then probably.
Hold the Briar all game is kind of funny. All right, well, we'll jump into our kind of like prep a little bit more for Toronto next week. Just want to kind of get a pulse on the meta, talk about it a little bit. We'll dive a little bit deeper in next week. But while you are getting ready for Toronto and something we talk about next week, give a quick shout out to Grant Manley. Got a new website, tcgmasterguide.com, completely free. That Grant has put out. His Twitter's at Trisor. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guides out here. So Charizard, Noctowl, Gardevoir, Jellicent. Oh, I hate you. I hate you.
Well, you said 6, 7, sir.
No, I was counting. Are we not allowed to count in the America anymore? Goldango, Dracula Dusknoir, Grimstyle, Absol, and Charizard Pidgeot. So there's a lot of you go in here, he's got a deck list, and he's got a lot of words and board states. Definitely something. Just gonna quick shout out to Grant. So completely free. So that's awesome thing he did for the community.
Yeah, Grant's a great guy. Puts out a lot of good content. I mean, and there's some really high quality stuff here, so definitely recommend you checking it out. Like, helps anyone again. And also, I like to read. I always like to use Magic vibes when I'm preparing for a tournament, and just like have some of the reference. But then also, like, it's just good to know. Also, like, again, if you're playing Gardevoir Jellicent, like, read all the other guys into how they play in the Guardy Jelly, so you know like what their best line into you is, right? Like that's like the even next better part of like preparation, knowing how your opponent's deck plays into your deck.
Keep your friends closer, but your enemies closer.
Exactly.
All right, well, we're going to get ready to round up the episode. But before we do, I just want to leave you with some of our favorite moments, some of our favorite decks of 2025. I'll go first just to kick it off. Obviously, I had a lot of fun with Miraidon in the beginning of the year. One of my favorite moments was Merida. And, going down there, choosing the right deck. When I say choosing the right deck, it means I chose what Azul played without knowing that Azul was playing it, and that was awesome.
Well, I mean, all four of us, we had a whole group of
Miraidon, and our list was like really close. I think we had like 59 of his 60, which is great. But like the highlight of that trip was I mean, we had you made day 2, Maddox.
Jason made
day 2. And I decided to just kind of like on a whim, just like pull out my phone because there's no stream, and I just started like streaming like the tournament from like my perspective of what I could see. And it kind of caught on as like the tournament progressed, like towards the end, people were enjoying it. And then they set up like a small stream table, and I was able to like stream the finals match, and that's our most watched video on this podcast by far. Obviously that wasn't a podcast, but I really enjoyed doing that. I hope to do some of that in the future at some point. I still have some aspirations. But that was like one of my favorite moments of this year, and I've done a lot. Judging, I had a baby. I love my son. That was also a great moment. But Pokemon wise, that was one of my favorite moments. And I just want to thank everyone that followed us because of that. And we're happy to have you along. If you're still listening to this podcast, an hour and 20 minutes in, we love you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Who wants to go next?
I guess me and a bunch of not fantastic runs with Regidrago, but I only played it.
Yo, Parker, you and me got way caught up in Regidrago, man. Like I think back to Baltimore when we were like both on the winning end of day 2 and like missed out, and then we just kept missing that mark. Like Drago, just like we were just like I don't know.
Yeah, no, that I guess that was 20.
Like Drago was that deck that like I was just like, man, it sucks.
It does,
but it's like so good sometimes.
I know.
Sometimes. But yeah, no, I mean, I had fun playing it. Like,
it was a fun deck.
Moan and groan about getting Kyurem turn 2, which is fair, but I was like genuinely a fun deck for me. It's like a box deck. Like every decision you made was like, meant something. Whereas like I feel like some of these decks now are just like, oh, I misplayed. That doesn't matter.
I got boss forget.
Yeah, like or whatever. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like it was a very like fun deck, and like my last hurrah with it was
San Antonio. Yeah.
I got wiped at that tournament.
But did you have fun?
Some of the games were fun.
You also have the most recent like day 2, I think. So
I do, yeah. I was
of the podcast, yes.
Yeah. So I mean, I played Grimmet and AIC. Hit one of like the 4 Yan Mega EX decks there, which was absolutely insane.
Parker, I'll never forget the time you clutched up at NAIC a couple years ago, man. I'll never forget that.
That was crazy.
I remember thinking like early the day, I was like, "Oh God, this is not going well."
I was 3-3.
Yeah,
I hit this Miraidon player that played 4. I just got it.
The 4-path Miraidon.
4-path Miraidon, they got it, bro.
We're talking about Parker clutching up his invite way back in 2023 at NAIC to secure the Japan trip.
Oh,
a single Giratina V-Star won one of those games.
That's all you need sometimes.
I charged it up and just attached double turbo, like boss the Raichu. You like didn't one shot it. I could not believe I won that series. But coming back to last year, played.
You had some Dango game in Atlanta. Dango.
I did. I played Dango at Atlanta.
And then, what was the one earlier this season? What was that?
Pittsburgh. I said also not fun. So like a lot of like I think I got domed like 4 times that turn. Like it was like literally ridiculous. But yeah.
Imagine how much more optimized your Dango list was for Pittsburgh than for Atlanta, probably, right?
Probably, yeah. I mean, it was like the Dunsparce one, and like
true.
1 or 2 like cards. I think I would have changed. Yeah. But I was like happy with the list.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. I played Dango again, I guess.
With Genesect.
Yeah, Genesect, good card.
Yeah,
Air Balloon, good card. Yeah,
Air Balloon, good card. To Pittsburgh. Sadly, I got like 260th or something. So like bubbled out at 256. But that was a really fun tournament. I did get donked my fair share of times and hit Ethan's Typhlosion.
Did you get 2 of them?
No, I hit Ho-Oh the last round, which is I think is a fine matchup actually.
Somehow Ho-Oh's favored. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I mean I know why. It's because your U2 prize is better than them.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, and then last tournament I played was Vegas. Played Guardy. I had a lot of fun that tournament. Like my opponents were insane. I think like 3 of them didn't make day 2 or something like that. But like
sometimes you hit them.
No, yeah, they made all the games good, and like, I just lost to a misplay and forgot about Lively Stadium.
We've all been there. Been there.
Max, what about you? What's your 2025 look like?
Yeah, I mean, for me, right? I mean, I was right there with Eric, Maridoning it up. I had one game. I had one tournament at Drago, San Antonio. I kind of forgot about that until Parker mentioned it, but I was like, oh, that was the tournament I didn't play Canceling Cologne, and that was like really, really bad. That was like awful. And that was an awful experience trying to beat Guardy without Canceling Cologne. Especially once they know you don't play Canceling Cologne, they're like, oh yeah, you just like, I just leave this Mana Fiend, like you can't do anything about it. It's like, okay. But no, I mean, had the nice Maridon runs in February. Played that same list all over the place. Had a bunch of fun with that. It was just good to have like
with that list, didn't you?
Yeah, Puerto Rico. Yeah. So it was nice. It was nice to get some back to back liminal entries, get a bunch of points. Got stipend for NAIC styles. Just like a cool highlight of last year.
I kind of forgot it was Maridon for that tournament.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like kind of cool that got to have that nice little run, get the stipend, which I don't really think was feasible ever working a full-time job.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we had a good list. We showed up. I used Ampy very much a lot. I amped a lot of Badoos, amped a lot of Dracloaks, Monkey Dories, Ralts, whatever it is. I was eating them up. It was great. Exactly, yeah. But then got back to Dango. I played Bolt with the Dusknoir line for Atlanta. That was absolutely terrible. And then honestly, like probably my favorite deck that I played the entirety of 2025 was Milwaukee. Was my Goldango with the Dragapult line.
Oh yeah.
So it was the 4/4 Goldango, the 4/4/2 Dragapult lines. It was like a very much a half and half deck. That's the tournament where I just felt like I had like such a unique list. And like, and it was like working, and it was like fun to play, and you got to do a lot with it, and you had a lot of different options. It's like I could like go and like prize race a Raging Bolt until they get ahead. I'm like, all right, well, Dragapult, Iono, CC, Smack, and then like you just like claw ways back to win. I mean, I think I won like a game. I was down like 5-1 or something, and like in Bolt, and like beat Flare. I mean, like found a bunch of cool ways to like claw games back. So like that list was like really fun. That's kind of a tournament I wish I had back still, of just like, not turning my 5-0 start to a 5-2 start. And of course hit Caleb Rogerson on the winning into cash, which is like funny because he had like the Dango Pult guide. And we were even talking like my list is probably favored into him, but like I mean, like I didn't play, like I made a misplay and also like didn't draw great. So like, but that was just a fun list. Got 45th at Worlds with Dengo, which I'll always appreciate and always
great
very
finish,
happy
yeah.
about that. The Scizor, my list wasn't really teched for the mirror, but I beat him anyways, and that's all that matters. And that was just like a really cool achievement. So we'll definitely treasure 2025 Worlds for getting that nice day 2 top 64 run.
Yes, sir.
And then yeah, I mean, you know, and then got humbled real quick at Pittsburgh with the 03 start, but you know, hey, I want to trade it for the start of the year that I had, and now back on the Dango train. Got to play some Dragapult to Vegas. I had fun with that.
Just something
Some
about
good, like,
Pittsburgh,
skill
man. We
expression
just
for
can't do.
Yeah, I cannot get wins in Pittsburgh for whatever reason. But yeah, I mean, had a Dango. I mean, yeah, had a break from Dango. Did Pult for Vegas, which was fun. Felt pretty good about that, and now just locked in for Dango for these next couple events. Should be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I do quick editor's note. We talked about it at the start of the podcast. Those of you that are still here, just want to say thank you for being here. But sorry for the long delay of our episodes. Maddox and I actually did record a couple of episodes, and me being the editor I am, trying to improve our quality of sound, which hopefully this episode did. So if you notice that, drop a comment, let us know that you see some improvement. But I definitely made some mistakes, and I had a video where I was talking and you could hear me, and Max was talking and Max was talking like.
You cannot hear me.
Yeah, you could not hear.
Eric Eric did not have my audio, regrettably.
It was a lost cause, and it's sad because we did like a couple of good episodes. So we'll bring those topics back, though. We got a couple of them stored up, and 2026, baby, we're here. It's a new year. Toronto's next week. We got the Jags playoffs this weekend. Make sure you guys don't eat any buffalo chicken wings all week. Don't do it. Don't touch them. Put them down. No buffalo wings. No
teriyaki
wings.
Zing. That's okay. No buffalo. Not even
buffalo.
mild. Not even mild.
Tables. Put them in the
Asian
closet.
Zing.
Just keep them safe. Don't let them buy them. No tables. You know.
What did you say? What did you say? Academy Sports was requiring IDs to buy tables. Did you hear about
birth
this, Parker?
certificates, because you had to be born in Florida to buy one.
So Parker, this is a football talk for anyone listening, but like Buffalo Bills fans are known to like jump off of their trucks and like smash into folding tables and just like break them.
Yeah.
So like Jags are here, like, you know, hey, the Jacksonville locals do not want any foreigners coming and smashing our tables. They got to bring their own tables if they want to do that. So
yeah, so the local Academy Sports are making sure you can't buy a table unless you have a birth certificate from Florida. Duval. Anyways, that's it for this week's episode of the Beach Court Podcast. If you love us, press like. If you don't love us, press like. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, y'all.
See ya.